Hello.
Hello.
Good evening to
Yeah.
you.
Um, it's very late in Taiwan.
Yes, it is. Are you sleepy?
No, I'm still at laboratory.
Where are you?
Laboratory.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Uh,
then. Anyway, I'm gonna be your teacher. My name is Nova.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my
Yeah,
name is Harry.
Harry. Yes, so I can call you Harry. Can you tell me about yourself, Harry?
And in which aspect? Myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a graduating student now,
Oh, okay, good.
and I would love to prepare for the TOEFL because I want to um, there's a chance of our school. It's about dual diploma. Hello?
Okay. What are you studying right now?
Something like biotechnology.
Hmm. So, you are studying English to prepare for TOEFL.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, what are your plans after graduation?
After graduation,
Uh-huh.
yeah, maybe go into a biotech company. I don't know.
Where do you want to work? Just in your country?
Yeah, but if I have chance, maybe I can work abroad.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
which specific country? Do you
I
have
don't know yet.
not
Yeah.
yet? Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you like to do?
What do you um listen to music, take a walk, and taking photos, playing guitars.
Oh, okay. So you love to play guitar.
Yeah, I was in guitar club when I was in college.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you have a band?
No, 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 no.
Mm-hmm.
I just sometimes I'll perform when there's have some activities. Uh, yeah.
Okay,
Mm,
but do you sing also?
yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So
Uh,
okay. Our book we will be using TOEFL. So since we are going to improve and prepare you for TOEFL test.
mm,
Mm-hmm. So you are already in chapter 4?
no, no. Uh, wait, let me check. Chapter 4.
Mm-hmm. Core concept and speaking. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see me?
Yes, I
On?
can see you. Okay. All right. When do you plan to take the TOEFL test?
I think maybe in 1 year.
Okay. So I think that's
Because
in enough time.
no, thank you. I maybe I'll go abroad when I was in on the second year of graduate school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I believe, I think, as I'm talking right now, you have good speaking skills already. So you just have to improve on that.
No, but sometimes I just cannot blank in my head. I don't know what to say,
Mm-hmm.
and because I still don't have the chance to talk with the other guys in English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk. Here the book. It's first chapter. Um, you will know first the basic guidelines in the exam. Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's mentioned that it's really for speaking and reading.
Mm,
I mean,
okay.
yes. Okay. So you'll be also reading. There are some reading and listening also.
Yeah.
Scoring. Okay, do you know the scoring system?
Story system of TOEFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have read some.
Okay. So would you like to discuss the guidelines of this, or we can go ahead and do some speaking exercise?
Maybe we can try speaking exercise.
Okay, yes. Okay. So because you already know what is TOEFL, okay? What you're going to do when you take the test. So you have a year to improve for your speaking, reading, and listening. So,
Yeah.
okay. So normally in an interview, they will ask you questions, okay, and they are going to check how you answer it, how confident you are, and then your grammar and sentences.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, if we go to page 6,
Page 6.
yes,
I
okay.
can't see the page number.
If you drag your cursor, you will see 6 of 49. So that's page
Oh, yeah,
6.
yeah. It's
Okay.
here, right?
Yes, so it's stating your purpose.
Mm.
Okay. Can you read the
Okay.
paragraph?
Oh, I read that.
Yes.
You remember that you needed to find a purpose in reading passages. Listen for a purpose in lectures on listening section. Well, the best way to succeed on the speaking section of the TOEFL is to use those skills you've learned in the reading and listening exercises. And
Okay.
then,
Yes. So stating your purpose. So it's also like describing.
reading, listening,
Okay. You need to um, express your opinion.
my purpose.
Okay. When an interview will ask you a question, so you are given a few minutes to think, and then you answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't have to answer the question immediately, right?
Yes. But the minutes is very very only few, like 2 minutes maximum, I
Oh,
think, a minute or two. So
yeah.
you will still be given a time to think. How
Oh,
you
okay.
will you answer it?
Okay. Because
Mm-hmm.
I never take the TOEFL before,
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. So yes, you're given a time, of course, not immediately. So you still have time to think what you're going to say and how to say it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's important that in the span of time while you prepare, that you use those skills that you've learned, okay, in reading and listening. So in listening, of course, you have to take down notes.
Or take a notes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, it's very important while you listen, you also take down notes as you go along so that you will not forget information.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the purpose and speaking section?
Purpose and speaking session.
So you are allowed, actually, you are required to do one of the following in the speaking section. Okay, there are 4. Okay, can
Yeah.
you read?
Present your opinion on an issue. Explain facts presented in a lecture or reading. Summarize someone else's position. Describe something of importance to you.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to read an article, right? Then you are the interviewer will ask you to do one of this. It's either you present your opinion about the issue, or you explain facts about the reading passage, or you summarize someone else's position, yes, or describe something of importance to you. Okay, so based on your reading, you have to describe something what is important. So it's very important that while you read, okay, you have to read with understanding.
Oh, so there's going to be an article, and I have to answer the
Uh,
questions after reading the article.
they are going to require you to read something, a passage or an article, and then yes, you will be asked question based on that. Okay, so maybe what is your opinion about it? Okay, or you
Yeah.
have to describe, or what can you relate? So yes, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay, so
mm,
there are steps. Okay, so here there are steps
so,
on how you describe. Okay, you cannot
mm,
just this will help you how you can um, arrange your thoughts.
mm.
Okay, so there are several steps. Is it how many steps?
And some phrases below.
Yes, I think step 3. Step 1. Yes, here I think those are sample phrases that you can use when you speak your mind. Okay, not
Yeah.
so you can say I believe that, or I think, I feel like. So these are sample phrases that are very useful when speaking.
Okay.
Okay, but let's go to step 1 first. Describe what your purpose is. Okay, can you read?
Okay. Make sure you take a moment to decide what your purpose is. Otherwise, you will not be able to communicate it effectively. As you have seen in the previous bullet points, there are 4 different types of text that you may encounter on the speaking section of the TOEFL.
Yes. So I mentioned that you will be given a few minutes to think. Okay. So you have to think how you will describe it or your purpose.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. So that um, you have to think also fast, so not to waste your time.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Step 2 is that you have to state the topic.
Mm.
Okay.
It's safe.
Read, please.
For speaking tasks that ask you to present your opinion or to describe something personal to you, use the following introductory phrases.
Yes. So what are some introductory phrases?
I believe, I
Mm-hmm.
think,
Mm-hmm.
I feel, my view is, my opinion is my
Oh,
preference.
my
Preference.
preference is okay.
Yeah.
So these are phrases, as I mentioned a while ago, very helpful introductory phrases. So you start this, use this, then you state your opinion. So
Yeah.
when you describe something or anything or personal to you, these are very useful phrases. Okay. So
Okay.
my viewpoint, okay, my view is or my opinion is, so that's your opinion. Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if the other person has a different opinion. So that's why we use these phrases, my opinion, my view, because maybe the other person has a different opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Mm,
let's move on to page 9.
page 9. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Continue reading, please.
After each of these statements, you need to mention mention that to it. Mention that
After each statements, you will need to
this
mention. Oh, that's error.
mistake, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Mention to it and whatever example you're going to use. For the sample task about a
Huh.
job you've held, your first sentence could what?
So, it's actually you'll need to mention the topic. This is topic. It's better to use the book in page 8 because there are some type
Yeah.
typo error. So there, after each of these statements, you'll need to mention the topic and
The
whatever
topic.
example you're going to use.
For the sample text about the job you've held, your first sentence could be, I think that the most important job I had was working at the library.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there are three parts when stating stating a sentence. So introductory statement, I think that, and then your topic, the most important, okay, and then your specific example.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you can,
Oh,
yeah,
the next paragraph.
yes.
Okay. State your topic in a clear, direct way. Also, note that on opinion questions, there is no right or wrong answer. Your purpose is to convince the listener that your position is correct, whatever your position may be. For speaking tasks that require you to summarize someone else's opinion or to explain facts, the following introductions are appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Kindly read the following introductions.
this person believes that. This person holds that. This person argues that. This person's view is that. This person's point is that. The lecture stated. The reading stated. The reading presented. The lecture offered.
Okay. So, since it's asking about the person's opinion, it's not your opinion. Okay. So that's why we have to use this person believes.
Yeah.
Okay. You cannot say, I believe because it's not your opinion.
I think the person thought it's maybe writing on the articles.
Yes, the article given.
Yeah.
So, yes. And then take note that there's no right or wrong answer. Okay?
Mm.
You just have to convince the interviewer that your position is correct, and you must be confident in stating it. Okay? Do not hesitate or do not doubt. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to be confident when speaking. Okay, because there's no, again, right or wrong answer.
Okay.
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 Continue.
It means step 3.
Yes.
State what or why. For speaking tasks that ask your opinion, you will have to state why you believe something. For speaking tasks that require you to summarize facts or someone else's position, you have to state what his or her reasons are. Use the following words use the following words to indicate what and why. Because, the reason, due to, for. And once you put it all together, your speech may look like the following.
Okay, read also the sentence.
I think that the most important job I've had was working at a library. The reason I believe this is the number of interesting people I met at this job.
Okay. Yes. So, we already learned a while ago that you need to have an introductory, right? And then your topic and specific example. After that,
Yeah.
because there's going to be what or why question, there's always going to be why you like it, why. So, because, the reason, due to, for is another helpful word or phrase, okay, that you
Yeah.
can use to give your reason. Okay,
Okay.
so because the reason is that due to something, so these are helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so how many minutes? Okay, so it's only 45 to 60 seconds. So most of your time will be used presenting details or example.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why there are steps. Introduction, the topic, example, okay, and then why. You have to make it brief or very short. Okay, do not say a lot of words. Just state your yes sentence and direct to the point. No need to make a lot or use a lot of words because you are going to have only 45 or 60 seconds. So that's really, really quick. That's a minute only. So make use of your time. Okay. Explain briefly, explain the details. Direct to the point. No flowery words.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a drill, your drill number 1. Let's just use page 12 because there might be some typo error again in the next page. So, yes.
Page 11?
Yes,
No.
page 11. So this is your turn drill number 1, practice speaking, an introduction to a speech.
That is speaking introduction to each of the following tasks. If possible, record yourself and later review and evaluate your responses.
Okay. So here are some. Yes. Another tip, okay, when you start really reviewing for TOEFL, you can record actually your answer. After recording, you can listen to it, and then you will hear your mistakes, okay, what to improve. So it's a good tip because you can hear what you're talking about. If you sound
Yeah.
confident, if you sound too shy, so you can evaluate your action.
Yeah.
Okay, continue reading.
The questions.
Yes, question number 1.
If you could have any job in the world, which job would you choose?
Okay. Yes, so let's take this
Question.
question. So if you could have any job in the world, which job would you choose? So remember, introduction, topic, example, and then why.
So I have to reply now.
Yes, let's try.
Okay.
Just try.
For me, I think the job I mostly want to choose is a tour guide, because I think tour guide can plane around the world while making money, and you can visit a lot of countries and know about their culture. I think it's very interesting.
Yes. Okay. So you choose to be a tour guide.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's good because you can travel around the world.
while making money.
Exactly. So you make money plus you can travel and see the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, so you love to travel then.
Yes, and I like taking photos.
Taking photos. What kind of camera do you have?
Camera, how to say, camera.
Do you have DSLR camera because you love to take
Yeah,
picture?
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the name of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so have you traveled a country?
No, I haven't been abroad. I
Mm-hmm.
never.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I haven't I have never been abroad.
I have never been abroad.
But you love to take pictures when you travel in your country.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So if you could travel, where would you go?
If I can travel, I think there are too many choices
Mm-hmm. Which
because
one? The
there's
most one.
most, most. Hmm. Eh?
What country? The first on your list.
I I forgot the the name. Ice, ice
Iceland?
what? Iceland? Yeah, maybe. Because uh, I um, I think there. When you ask me the question, there's a movie come up of my head.
Mm-hmm. What
Called
movie?
called Water Meets what? I forgot. Let me Google.
Okay.
The Secret of Life of Water Meeting.
Is that an English film?
Yeah,
Interesting. So that was in Iceland?
yeah. There are a lot of beautiful scenes in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So your answer is correct. Very quick. There is introductory, the topic, and sample sentence, and then the reason why. So because you can travel at the same time you earn money.
Yeah.
Okay. So while traveling around the world. Okay. Next, describe a person you admire and write why you admire him or her. Okay, can you write your answer here? A person you admire and explain why you admire that person.
Describe a person I admire. Mm.
Your mom.
Yeah.
An actress or what?
I'll probably say my mom. My mom.
Okay.
And the reason why I admire her because she um she has to take care of me and my brother while working and do a lot of houses work.
Okay, so the person I admire most is my mother.
Yeah.
Okay. I admire my, you have to make also like a full sentence. I admire my mother because she
As
always take
she
care of
always
me and my brother.
me and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And also she has to work outside.
She has the work. What is her work?
But, she's now working in a printing shop.
Okay, so you admire her because she's working and um, she takes care of you and your brother, and then she also work for you.
Yeah, I think I have to think another specific answer about this
Okay.
question, just in case.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So you can say, and also she works hard for us, and also she works hard for us. Okay. Any other person you admire? Singer, actress?
After, uh, I don't know.
Mhm. Okay. Next question.
All right.
Read number 3.
A university has recently received a large sum of money. The university desperately needs to improve housing on campus. The students have also complained that the library needs to be fixed. Do you think that the money should be spent on housing or a library? Provide examples and reasons for your choice.
Okay, yes. So you're given here, you have to choose. Okay. if there is a huge money given to a university, okay, you're given some datas here that the university needs to improve their housing on campus or library, okay, because the student complained about the library needs to be fixed. So where should the money go, for housing or library? So your opinion, okay, this is describing your opinion and the reason
Okay.
why.
I think it depends on how urgent the things to be fixed. If the housing is it's about um, it's about danger. Uh, how to say? Um, if the thing that have to fix is probably will hurting people, then it have to be fixed.
Okay, I understand. So you're trying to say that if the housing is really in bad condition, okay,
Yeah.
is and it will if the tenants or the person living there is not safe, okay, so they need to improve the housing first,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, because security is very important, the security
Yeah.
of the person living, staying in that housing.
Yeah. Then after finish that, then next we can improve the library. Um,
Okay, so you can say then I think that they need to improve the housing first,
first,
then the library.
then the library. Because
Okay, because
if the housing is really at a bad condition, it might well it might
you can say
it
it
might
might put the
someone put put someone in danger.
Okay.
Then it has to be fixed first.
Yes. So, as I've said a while ago, that if the security of the person staying there is in danger, then they have to fix the housing first, then the library.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So good. You're able to state your reason, okay,
Yeah.
why you choose housing, then the library.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't know what words to use. Then I'll just stop there.
Okay. So yes, it will happen. Okay, you'll be stuck, but just to make sure that you have something to say, you don't need to really use very, very difficult words. So
Yeah.
just use simple words. Okay, Okay, so it's better to use simple words than use difficult and then you cannot use it correctly.
I
Okay.
think I often use the wrong grammar to answer the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, so don't worry, you still have, that's why you need to practice. Okay.
Yeah.
Or again, a tip is to record your voice. Okay, so that when you play it, you'll able to know um, your mistakes. Okay, your voice tone. Okay, how you say
Mm.
it, or maybe the pronunciation.
Okay. Mm.
So we're going to read a short passage.
Okay.
Okay, read the following short passage.
The cane toad, a poisonous species of toad, is causing problems in Australia. The cane toad was brought to Australia in 1935 to help control the population of greyback beetles. Unfortunately, the toads did nothing to reduce the beetle populations. Now, however, cane toads numbered in millions and are threatening
Native.
native animal populations. The cane toad has two poisonous sacs located near its head and is so toxic that ding, dingoes,
Mm-hmm.
dingoes, snakes, and even crocodiles. Our crocodiles died within 15 minutes of eating a cane toad. Now conservationists are forced to transport some endangered species of animals to islands free from cane toads so that the endangered species can breed in safety.
Okay. So dingoes is like looks like a fox. Okay. All right. So before, can you to check your understanding? Can you describe to me on your own what you understand?
Okay, I think the problem is they brought a species from another country to Australia, but
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to control the population of greyback beetles, but it doesn't work, and
It didn't
and
work.
yeah, it didn't work. But um, what is worse is that the species bring they brought to their countries causes another environmental problems because the species they bring to their country is very toxic to the other native animal.
Correct. Okay. So yes, they brought a toad to fix a problem. However, it didn't work. Okay, and now it's causing problem because it multiplied or it numbered more to millions and threatening the animals. So why it's threatening other animals?
Threatening to threaten how to describe in English and to something like scare the other animals. They might put the other animals in danger because
Okay.
the
Mm-hmm.
other animals afraid of the toad. I don't know what toad is. The
Frog,
frog,
but toads are bigger.
classic, bigger. I know.
Mm,
Oh, okay. I
I
get it.
think, yeah, it's Quinta.
Discuss the problem.
Okay, but they are toxic and poisonous, so it's making the other animals in danger.
Um, when I take in the exam, and will there have the article on the screen so I can answer the question while watching the articles?
I'm sorry, if during the
During
test.
the exam, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
TOEFL, will there have the article on the screen so I can answer the questions while watching the articles?
I think you will be given a um, piece of paper, a passage, and you will read it.
Oh, oh.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to write it down because when when the exam asks me to answer the questions and
Mm-hmm.
I can't see the articles, I can't see the articles. Okay.
Okay, but yeah, it's really good to take down notes. However, also it would take your time, so it's better to think through your head.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because when you write, it will take time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's better to really just think fast and then just think through your mind. Because
Remember.
yes, remember, because if you use pen and paper, it's good if you are fast in writing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
only have to write specific words.
Yes, specific. Oh, you don't need to write everything, only some key points, keywords.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. And what steps are being taken to fix it? Um,
Yes, what's your answer?
oh, I think maybe it is very hard to allocate allocate to
Relocate.
re- relocate.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, eh? How do you say?
Relocate is to transfer.
Mm, oh, okay. Mm, delete. 哎，移除消灭。
So transport is relocate.
Oh, I want to say the word I want to say is eliminate.
Ah, okay.
Ah,
Eliminate. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think it is very hard to eliminate
Mm-hmm.
the species they have already brought to
Brought.
their country.
Okay.
Yeah, brought to their country. But the thing that they can do is to do their best to protect the native species
Exactly.
from the abroad species, from the foreign species.
From cane toad because it's really
Yeah,
endangering their native species.
yeah,
Okay, and they're already endangered, so that's why they have to eliminate. Okay, eliminate. So yes, one of the steps that they're doing to eliminate is they have to transport the toads to another place.
transfer. Yeah,
Yes, they need to
Tran-
transport or transfer.
transfer to the other place.
Mm-hmm.
But where? The
It
other place.
says to a different island. I don't know where they're going to transfer it, and they're transferring it for free, just really to save their
The other
uh,
place.
mm-hmm.
But the other place, this animal will be in danger.
Maybe they should like bring another animal to kill the toads.
Yeah, I think I've read. Uh,
Okay, all right. Mm. So there, if reading a passage, you're going to read a short passage, and then at the end, you'll be given how or explain the problem, and then also steps how they solve it.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So number
Okay.
5.
Yes.
Create the following conversation between two co-workers.
Okay. Let me be employee A, and then you'll be employee B.
Okay.
I'm really swamped at work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish all my projects by the deadline.
I know we really need to hire some more people around here. What are you going to do?
I don't know. My boss said I have to finish the budget analysis by Friday, but he just gave me a new project that needs completed right away.
Well, if I were you, I'd tell your boss that there's no way you can finish both in time. I'd ask for more time.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Or maybe you can ask your boss to assign the project to someone else. That way you can focus on the project analysis.
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 Okay.
Project
Yes.
analysis. Analyze is a verb.
Yes. Analysis is
Anal-
the result.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Your
Analysis.
analysis. So employee B offered two possible solutions to employee A's problem. Describe the problems. Okay. So, yes, tell me the problem and then the solution.
The problem is the employee A's boss gave him too much work at the same time. So he thinks he cannot be finished the works on the deadline
Yes.
before the deadline. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the employee B offered employee A to to solution. eh, To
He's offering solution.
yeah offer solution. Is that right? Solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Offer him two solutions. I think I would love to choose employee A ask his boss to transfer to another colleague.
Okay, another colleague. Yes. It
Yeah,
can
so
be given to another person.
yeah, to another person. So he might have chance to finish one of the work on time.
Okay, so the problem is the boss assigned another project to employee A, but employee A couldn't finish it on time. So employee B suggested that ask for more time or give the other problem to another person.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, those are some tips in speaking for TOEFL test. Okay, so we'll have more of this in our next class.
Okay.
Okay, thank you and have a good night. Sleep well.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.